Tom, just sort of the standard Thursday thing, but just health-wise, kind of where are some of the guys at that you've been looking at as, DJ or AJ, Jalen, guys that are maybe week to week, day to day, I guess?
Yeah, so I would say right now after today's practice, we'll meet with our medical staff afterwards here to get the final update. But still game time decision with DJ and definitely making lots of progress. Jalen Williams, same thing, game time decision for him. AJ Barner as well, definitely getting some positive signs with him. I know that was one that definitely was concerned about. So progressing there. Javon Swinton should be good to go. And so, and then Cam Jones is going to be, some more time.
All right, Dustin and Jack.
Hey, Tom, I know this is obviously another injury question, but I don't know if we heard about Khalil Benson's status after Saturday. I know he went down. Yeah. I wasn't sure if he's still dealing with stuff, if he's good to go, or where does he stand?
Yeah, he's practiced this week, and he is good to go. So appreciate you asking.
All right, Jack and Tyler.
Hey, Tom. Obviously, Aaron Steinfeld got his first start last week. I'm curious kind of the development you've seen from him since fall camp. I know you've always thought highly of kind of his ball skills, but I guess the way that he's developed into a more complete tight end, what have you seen in that aspect?
Yeah, he's working extremely hard. Opportunity presented itself this past week, and he took advantage of it. Going to continue to focus on his blocking and his development there, and he's working hard with that. And Coach Wright's doing a great job getting him ready for that, and then continues to do a great job in the throw game. So that's going to be definitely his strength without question. So just growing and maturing. He's young for sure, and has gotten thrown in here, and we need him to step up. And he did some good things for us last Saturday. We need it again this weekend.
All right, Tyler and Seth.
Coach, I hope you're doing well. Regarding the offensive line, I guess beyond just the overall theme of blocking better and pass protection, running, are there any specific indications you want to see, through the rest of the season that shows you guys are making incremental progress? I guess whether that be communication or other things you see on film. Is there just any of those kind of little nuanced things that you kind of want to see with that group going forward?
Well, bottom line is the way they perform on game day, the way they play as a unit. The communication is a part of that without question. And execution, being able to communicate the blocking schemes, whether it's run game, throw game, adjustments that we make that we have built in, for the game plan. And just being effective, being able to give our quarterback time to throw and allowing us to be able to run the football effectively. So it's being assignment sound. The growth there, and I think that probably the best thing way you evaluate is just the way their offense performs. And big men lead the way. We say that it's important to us to understand that, and those guys taking that personally and this current situation to be able to respond. So Coach Carey's obviously done a great job this week working with those guys, and it's definitely a process you go through. But at the same time, what I want to see is I just want to see them play better. I want them to be able to do a great job so we can be effective as an offense. And the bottom line is that as each individual unit group performs at a high level, that allows our offense to be able to score points and finish drives and allow us to win football games.
Seth and Mike.
Just of the teams you played so far this year, Maryland allows the most passing yards per game, and obviously you throw it as much as anyone in the country. Just how big an opportunity is this for Connor in the passing game to really get something going on Saturday? And what?
Well, I think is always the case. When you play defenses, they have certain schematic things you want to take advantage of. So there's no question. We got to be able to throw the football on Saturday. That's what we do. We got to be able to run the football more effectively than we have been. And we got to be able to do a great job of executing in the throw game. So, whatever their plan is going to be, we'll find out here soon enough. And our guys, our receivers have to do a tremendous job of getting open and protecting our quarterback up front. That includes the running backs, and then the quarterback as well is a part of that. And him to be able to stay in the pocket and complete balls, So yeah, it's a big part of our offense is just throwing the football, and but there's a toughness that we have to have, and that I want to make sure we always play with in the run game and the throw game and everything we do.
All right, Mike and then Zach.
And just continuing on Maryland's profile, it looks like, statistically anyway, they've struggled a little bit to get off the field on third down. I know that's a point of emphasis for you. It seems like it's going to be a key aspect of this game. What are you seeing as kind of the keys for you guys to be able to sustain drives on Saturday?
Yeah, I think when you think about, and you've heard me talk, about staying on the field, and when you talk about the style of offense that you play with, it's about, executing to be able to convert on third downs, because that allows you, for obvious reasons to stay on the field. So, and then defensively, we're trying to do the opposite. So, but at the same time, to be able to be very, very, sound in our protections and very, very sound in the execution of our calls in third downs, because you have those shots, whether they're third mediums, third longs, third shorts, whatever those might be. That is going to be, you mentioned it as a key indicator for the success of the teams in this game. And I think it's going to be a big deal, on both sides of the football. We got to do a great job defensively of getting off the field on those third downs. And they do a great job throwing the football too. So, but we got to be able to execute the call. We got to be able to make sure our guys are catching the football, and we do a good job of that most of the time. It's got to be 100%, and to me, that's the mindset. That's the expectation, is to be able to be very, very successful on third downs, because that's going to allow us to keep those drives moving, keep us on the field, allow us to eventually score more points.
Second, then Tyler.
Just kind of going back, and we've asked you in a couple of different ways, and I'm not asking you obviously to put down Coach Hill or anything like that, but just what have you liked in what you've seen from the way Coach Carey has approached that position, and sort of managing that group, and maybe trying to ingratiate himself with a group of players that he just hasn't, really known for a long time?
Yeah, it's about, moving forward. We make a tough decision, and you press on from that. And so bringing in Coach Carey to be in that role, what I see from him, and this is my charge to him, is, man, just be you, just coach to your personality. He's extremely great communicator, high energy, really, really understands that position at a high level, and so what he's brought to us, I believe, is just he's brought that energy, he's brought that attention to detail. These guys have done some extra things, some different things, in our preparation this week, and even the way we've practiced, how we've practiced, the flow of certain things and the things they've done, even pre-practice, post-practice. And so I just think that, he understands the things that he feels like he needs to do for us to make improvements there, and he's doing those things. And so, but obviously, it's about our guys playing better on game day, so, but I love what he brings, and he's been, like I said, since he's been with us, I've spent a lot of time with him, because he's been with our defensive staff the first half of the season and in the off season. So just got to know him in that way, and his knowledge of the game. I mean, he understands the whole facet of not just offensive line play, but the whole entire offense, and obviously the whole entire game. So just bringing that into that room, I think, is a huge thing for us too. And just as we game plan together and work together to play complementary football to help our team be successful. So I think he's brought a lot without question, and then specifically the offensive line is just that mindset that you got to have, that toughness, that edge about you, and that confidence that you create through your drill work and your preparation. So obviously it's the process we're going through, and I'm expecting our guys to be able to continue to grow and build that room.
All right, Tyler, the last one.
Coach, I was talking to Brandon Shelby and Chris Keys, and they were just saying how Chris was from like a pretty small town in Mississippi. I guess, what do you just remember from his recruiting process, and what kind of stood out to you of wanting to get him to IU?
Yeah, Collins, Mississippi. So just not a very big place, small school. I recruited that area when I was coaching at Ole Miss, and the thing that stuck out to me was his length, his athleticism. He not many people knew much about him, and matter of fact, I think he didn't have any ranking whatsoever. From the system that we have set up for that. So he wasn't even on anybody's radar with that. But just through our connections from down there, I got him to come up here for camp, and just broad jump. Vertical jump. When we tested him at the camp setting, those numbers popped, his speed, and you just felt like, when you put him on film and you watch him play, you just thought, man, this kid's got a lot of potential to be a really good football player. And so, but then you also got to get him into, when you bring him here, you're going to a whole different environment, from the size of the town, to just being on this type of campus and and the size of the campus and everything. So you got to adjust all that and being far from home. And so, but it's just been neat to see him. Last year was so tough because of the ACL injury that was setting back quite a bit. So, but I saw a quiet guy that was fun to be around. Great mom. She's awesome. Loves him, takes care of him, has held him accountable. He respects her. He loves her. I love that. We look for that. He understands that he's been held to a standard of doing things the right way, and that matters. And so he's just come up here, and it's just taken a little longer because of, I think, the injury to get him where we need him to be. And I was so proud of him last week. But he's got to build off that. He's got to continue to grow in that, and his attention to detail and his urgency and everything that he does. And so he's a pretty laid back guy. And so we try to really help him grow with that. And so we're seeing progress without question. And so I just think that you just saw the raw materials of a really potentially high level football player at the corner position because he's long and athletic.
Thanks, Tom.
Awesome. Have a great day. LEO.